This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, the Game Boy Geek here. Last week I looked at Sunrise City Nights. This is an expansion for Sunrise City. It's a city building, tiling, stacking game. And this adds tiles that you'll place out during the game that come out at night. So you have casinos, you have speakeasies, and buildings like that. And they give you specific points depending on however many buildings of that color are out there at the time. There's some dice rolling as well. And it makes the game give you more options to try to get that big scoring, which is trying to double your points for the round. And I liked it because of that. Another expansion I looked at, this is for King's Forge. I reviewed this, it's called Glassworks. This is this is an expansion for a very good game that's underrated called King's Forge. It's a dice pool building game. And this adds a new resource and a bunch of dice that are glass. They work differently from the other resources. There's a bunch of new cards that give the game a lot more replayability, a lot more variability, even though it already had a ton. Adds even more to that. And so I liked it. It added everything, and it didn't make things more complex. So I really liked that one. Escape the Room, The Mystery at the Stargazer's Manor. This is sort of an escape room experience in a box, mainly for families or light gamers. It's not super heavy. It takes about 90 minutes to play, 3 to 8 players. And you're going to be trying to solve puzzles and go through the story and try to work on things and figure them out. It's not super deep, but it's not as easy as I would say some people had said in the past. So check that out if you're looking for a family fun way to do an escape room without the big cost. The next is Kaboom. This is from Blue Orange Games. This is a fun, sort of light dexterity game where you're going to be stacking different types of blocks, trying to score points, while everyone else is using their catapults to shoot dice at you, trying to knock your stuff down. It's a ton of fun. And the last one for the week is an expansion sort of for Baseball Highlights 2045, one of my favorite games of all time. And what we're looking at there is 16 new starter teams just came out. So there's 24 starter teams in total now, and I looked through them all. I actually have done some math between them all, showing you what all the different teams are, what their strengths and weaknesses are, and when to use some of them to have an equally balanced game or not, depending on your tastes. Now, I also did a top 10 list this week. Essen is next week, this coming week, the big Spiel fair in Germany, and I did my top 10 most anticipated games, so go back and watch that and see what's coming out that I'm excited about. And finally, I did a rules school, how to play and set up Moonquake Escape. This is a 2 to 6 player game where you're trying to escape a moon, because the moon is a prison, and you're trying to get to different levels of the moon and finally get on the rocket ship and get out, and I teach you how to play that. Well, that's it for this week, and I'll see you around.
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for backing me on Kickstarter and making this season become a reality. I'd like to especially thank those here that have backed me at the credit level. Now, these video reviews are also available by audio on our podcast. It's the intros and the final thoughts on GameBoyGeek.com. Click podcast.